Bienvenidos agentes del caos a un nuevo deck profile en el canal. En esta ocasión les voy a presentar una revisión del deck agente en OCG, una versión de Apple Legends, prácticamente traídas a nosotros por Mark Jericho. Si pronuncié mal tu nombre, por ahí me corriges por favor. Un jugador pues increíble de agentes allá en OCG, en Filipinas, que quedó en segundo lugar en un torneo y ha estado topeando en locales utilizando esta receta de Apple Legends. ¿Por qué Apple Legends? Por Apple Agents, por simplemente el Apple Dragon, una carta nueva que va a estar próxima a salir. Entonces realmente es un jugador muy abierto hacia la comunidad de gente, comparte todos sus conocimientos de OCG. Ya sabemos que pues allá el formato está un poquito más adelantado, entonces me contacté con él, me permitió mostrar su receta aquí en el canal, sus pensamientos, cómo ve el deck actualmente, cómo cree que va a evolucionar, porque a ellos Duelist Nexus ya está próximo a salir. Y pues aquí les traigo el profile de él. Con sus consejos, hemos estado intercambiando ideas por ahí por mensajes, y sobre todo para que ustedes aquí como jugadores agentes se preparen a la salida de estas cartas que vienen en Cyberstorm Access, que el evento premier es este sábado. Entonces por ahí teníamos planeado hacer, que él me presentara a mí algunos videos de combo y líneas de combo, pero tuvo ahí unos problemitas para enviármelos también por temas de tiempo. La idea era grabar junto con él, pero no nos alcanzó, no nos empatamos en tiempo. Y pues yo le comenté que si me permitía presentar el deck por mi cuenta, con sus ideas, con lo que él ha tenido de experiencia en base a este deck, y que en cuanto él pudiera pues me mandara los videos de los combos para yo estárselos presentando aquí en el canal. Entonces pues ahorita voy a cambiar, va a ser el primer video que haga en inglés. Voy a cambiar a la explicación en inglés para adecuarme a sus ideas, a lo que él me dijo. Por ahí una disculpa si mi pronunciación no es tan buena. Realmente soy más bueno escuchando y escribiendo inglés que hablándolo. Entonces a lo mejor ahí se me traba un poco, pero pues vamos a hacerlo lo más completo que se pueda. ¿Por qué? Porque pues sí, esta receta viene tomada de OCG y también me interesa que personas ajenas al habla hispana se enteren de más o menos cómo se va a estar moviendo el deck y que también queda el deck para el siguiente formato. Entonces espero que neta sí se me entienda, y si no, pues ahí me dejan en los comentarios que ya no haga más videos en inglés. Then, first, he played player Shineball standard, one Ibiru, one Trias for combo of level 10 synchros, Christia, staple in the deck, two of the Hyperion, one of the light, one of the darkness, extender and destroying things, doing things with the synchro, three Venus. It's very important Venus in this recipe because Apple Agent. Well, let's read Apple Agent and see what can do with the deck. Apple Agent, if a face of non-effect monster is on the field, you can special summon from your hand. So when Venus summons Mystical Shine Ball, you can summon Apple Dragon, and it's a level 2 tuner. And then if you synchro summon a synchro monster this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 100 Apple token, Wyrm like level 2, attack 100, defense 100. If you use this token as a synchro material, you can trade it as a tuner. You can only use each effect once per turn. So this can give you access to level 8 synchros, level 10 synchros, level 4 synchros, Cupid Pitch line combos, and it's very important the token. The token it's level 2. This list is from January, but Sprite Elf was banned in recent bannlist of OCG, and the token will be very good if you special summon the token. It's a level 2, and you can get access to other level 2 monster on the deck and make Sprite Elf. But now it's more important the token, because it's light level 2 and you can trade as a tuner or a non-tuner. So Chaos Angel, it's a synchro 10. That means that Hyperion plus the token, you can summon Chaos Angel. That it's a very, very good card in terms of against Sorcerer matchups and running matchups, because it's powerful, it's unaffected, you can do it OTKs very, very fast, and it's an option because you don't need specifically a tuner, so you can trade for example Mystical Shine Ball as a tuner, and it's very, very good for the deck. I will be later explain this card. So triage, because Maxi is in OCG. Maxi is a staple, so you need Ash to stop Maxi, and you play Maxi because he's a very, very good card. Venus for extender. One Earth. He mentioned that One Earth because this deck, if you only summon One Earth and they bailer you, imperm you, ask you another hand trap or negate, or Earth get negate, usually you stop. You can do anything against waiting for a hard draw or extender or anything that can you go into your extra deck monsters. And this is the reason that he could 2 Earths and only play now 1. 3 Diviners, because Diviner is 1 card combo. Like if you have Diviner in hand, you summon, you send Trias to graveyard, you tribute it by Herald of Trias, Herald effect, you summon button, and you get a Masterflame Hyperion. With Masterflame Hyperion, you send Venus, you summon the Shine Balls, and if you get Apple in your hand, you can special summon, because Mystical Shine Ball is on your field. So it's very, very good. It's more important than Earth. It hurts, but it's the reality. And if you go in second, you can send entity to destroy anything on the field. Then 1 Herald, because it's like a gamma for fairies. 2 apples, I explained that. 1 button for combo, I prefer Hanewata, but if you have button, you can get more tuners to go into hard synchro monster. 3 Neptune, I mean, maybe is because you maximize in Neptune, because now your normal summon is Herald, and with Earth, because you don't use a lot of Earth, you can get easier in Neptune, and for use Neptune for summon Venus. Perdón. And that's the reason that you play 3, because if you draw Venus and Neptune, you can go into Diviner, so Diviner can get you a few powerful synchro monsters. Then you can use Neptune to special summon Venus. And is searchable against Warrior of the Sky. Warrior of the Sky, you can search Neptune against this. And you can play Sauravis. Sauravis is only for protect Earth. When opponent target Earth, you can send this for negate Baylor, Imperm, and you can still maintaining alive Earth or Diviner, whatever. Mainly Venus. One Harpies for back row. One Prod of Prosperity, because he only have one. Is much easier get cards in OCG, but here is expensive, so we can play small world. 2 Called by the Grave, because in OCG is at 2. Maybe in TCG will be maybe at 2 in the future. 1 Sanctuary, because it's part of the combo. 2 Imperm, and 1 Lost Sanctuary, because it's part of the combo. For the extra deck, well, first, Masquerina. Masquerina is if you don't get any one of these, if you can summon any one of these, sorry, you let Masquerina, and in the past you use Sprite Elf. Actually, Sprite Elf is banned, so he mentioned that he will get a Sprint or Almirage, or the two. So you can summon Sprint and IP, and in the opponent's turn you can make Abramax. That it's a really good boss monster. In the channel I was mentioned that it's harder to pass Abramax if you summon with IP. So Sprint for the combo. In the past, in January, when he was played that tournament, Elf was unbanned, and he mentioned that when Elf get banned, basically affects the consistency of the deck. I agree with that. The deck without Elf, without Hulky, without everything of the sprite, loses consistency, and that's the reason that in OCG it's not for him. It's not like the greatest option. He mentioned it in the future. He will be playing at Duelist Scope. I mean, it's like an YCS, I think. So he mentioned that when agents loses consistency, they will be playing Naturia. But if he can buy the next cards of the Duelist Nexus, maybe he can play Duelist Cup. So for the moment, Elf is banned, so you can replace with the Sprint. 2 months. Maybe 2 months is the correct number of this card, because it's very good for doing combos in turn 1. In turn 2 is very good break boards. Parshat, part of the combo. Appaloosa, part of the combo. Abramax, incredible boss monster. Cupid Peach, it's a part of the combo. In the past, I used it in the when Aurora Dawn was unbanned, but now it's a very good option to set to summon a Borrelet Savage Dragon in the field and get more negates on the field. 1 Pluto for putting face down cards. Maybe it's a good tech against Castira. In OCG, Castira is still relevant. Borrel, I explained that. Baron, because in OCG is cheaper. Here in TCG didn't get cheaper because Maze of Memory sucks. Really sucks. Bad booster box. Masterflay, part of the combo. Chaos Angel, an incredible card that we will can get can buy in Cyberstorm Access. Man, this card is amazing, but the booster box didn't came out until next 2 weeks, and his pre-sale price is around $60. I mean, like 1,200 pesos mexicanos. So it's very expensive, and mainly I cannot get for playing agents, but if you can buy it, It's an incredible card. And entes for diviner to send and destroy things. So for Duelist Scope, he mentioned that if he will play agents, he will try the Arcana combos. So the Arcana combos is still very simple in terms of you can go for Arcana instead of Christian, and with the light barrier using Ancient Fairy Dragon. Basically you skip your opponent's turn, so in the next turn you have a monster with 3100 of attack, and if you get another of the extenders, you can go into Master Flag Hyperion as use it for Venus. Venus can summon any one of these, and you can summon very powerful monsters to OTK your opponent. So that's the reason that in the future against OCG format, the Arcana Force lineup it's no bad. He mentioned that maybe he will send me a few combos using Arcana. But until now in TCG, I don't really like, because you have to play 2 more bricks, an agent brick, sorry, but it's a lineup that you can run in your deck. Almirage, because as I mentioned it in another profiles, if you normal summon Earth, you can transform Earth into Almirage, and if you search Neptune can summon again Earth. So it's a basically lineup. And he mentioned the small world in Arcana version. It's very important, because you can search it instead of Christian combo with the Parshat, and he maybe will run Field Barrier to protect Field Spill. So Field Barrier is another brick under my talks, but you can try it. So that's for the deck list, that's for the recipe. If you Spanglish por ahí. If you will try it, comment, try it a lot of this Apple Dragon. I will buy Apple Dragon to prove in my agent again, and will be recording my profile when I get it, my experience with this card that will be amazing. I only have very bad news about this card, because it's too expensive. And maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't buy it. But only the time says that. Well, aquí voy a cambiar un poquito el español. Ya si ustedes quieren dejar ahí abajo en los comentarios cualquier duda, cualquier aclaración, se la podemos hacer al jugador, y cuando él me envíe los combos, pues yo se las estaré mostrando en el canal. Entonces espero que mi Spanglish no haya estado tan malo, por ahí me dicen qué onda. Y pues sería todo por el video. Espero que les haya gustado y que le hayan entendido.